The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. And it's quickly in at the point guard position. And for the Jazz, Bailey out there with Williams. Then it's Collier. Then there's Kyle Filipowski. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2 spot. Well, Greg, I hope you're ready. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
Now here's Williams. Bailey passes to Williams. Off target with his 3. To the paint. Here's Barnes. Fires from the wing. And it's Ingram missing. Pirtle dishes to Barnes over Williams. Good on the 7-footer.
You get the sense Scotty Barnes is very comfortable in the painted area. That's easy work.
Here's Collier. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Back to quickly. It's Ingram on the wing. A floater. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And I love it when Ingram works for that high percentage look. Such a high basketball IQ.
Pass to Bailey. Here's Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Barrett covering. Clock at 6. Williams up on top. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
Pass to Barnes. Ingram outside. Now, here's Barrett. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. Quickly with a wide open look. Offline with his 3. So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Kings.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
You've got to stand in and deliver from the free throw line, even in a tough environment, and they failed to do so.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
First team foul.
There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the floor.
Yeah, Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And some good young players in the Raptors, but Doris, what's their path to contention?
Well, obviously, they have some quality basketball players. Scotty Barnes is right at the top of that list, a really well-rounded player. But here's the reality for every team. You need a well-constructed roster 1 to 15, and you need to have some depth. The season is long. The possessions in the game are fast. It is really about the totality of your group.
Here's Collier, following the score by Jakob Poeltl. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Collier, knocks down the 3 ball.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Here's Ingram, following the 3-pointer by Utah. Back to quickly. From deep. It's good from long range.
And quickly with a big-time answer, knocks down his own 3.
Jazz have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. That's good by Filipowski. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Ingram. And he also played really well in that win against the Pistons. 3-pointer. A rebound by the Jazz. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
You know, you try to establish consistent substitution patterns. It helps you stay in a rhythm, and they had to go to their bench much too early.
And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Bailey's got 5 points so far.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Barrett setting a pick for Quickly. Pass to Barrett. And another basket for Toronto.
Barrett is a bucket getter, plain and simple.
For Utah, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Lebowski passes to Bailey. That one goes. Count it. He has 7. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Raptors. They trail by 3. Birtle sets the pick for Ingram. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good with time running down to the shot clock.
And Ingram is the king of the shot clock bailouts. His height lets him get off a shot in a hurry.
Here's Sensabaugh. Scoreless thus far.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Pass to Quickly. Now Barnes. And here's Barrett. Ingram finds Barrett. Screen by Pirtle. Barrett with the bounce pass. Nice shot by Pirtle.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Here's Sensabaugh. Following the score by Jakob Pirtle. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
That's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Toronto trailing. Ingram outside. Over Bailey. No good off the front iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier. From deep, Williams. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Now here's Barnes. Over Bailey. And that one's good, Barnes. And the Raptors lead by 1.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. And it's definitely been a shootout here. The first team that actually starts playing some defense may end up having the edge.
And Toronto has possession following the bucket by the Jazz. Pirtle with a screen on Williams. Nobody near Barnes. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Barnes has got 7 points.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Onside, Barrett. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Barrett's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, the handles of R.J. Barrett on full display. What a pretty drive.
The Jazz working the ball around now. Pass to Sensabaugh. On the wing, Williams. Covered by Barnes. They set the screen. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Sensabaugh. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Pirtle kicks to Quickly. Barrett setting a pick for Quickly. No good on the 3. Utah's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And he's got his first chance at the line here. A different look for Utah. Konchar's checked in for Williams. And Mikhailuk's subbed in for Baylor.
Shooting 1.
I think we can officially say at GA the playoffs are looming in the not-too-distant future.
Yeah, and for most teams out there, there's still plenty of work to do. It's not just about qualifying for the postseason. It's about getting a good seed as well.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Guys, back to you.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Collier. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Another miss by Utah. And it's Barnes with the ball for Toronto. They trail by 1. Here's Walter. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And that one's good, Barnes. Barnes has got 9.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
Here's Collier. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Here's Dick. Still scoreless. Pass to Walter. Here's Murray Boyle. A 3 from Barnes. Filipowski grabs the board. Filipowski's got 6 rebounds here tonight, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Utah Jazz?
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Well, we know the Jazz have been up front. Before you can rebuild, Doris, you got to tear down. And that's what they've done.
And, Kevin, that requires extraordinary patience. You have to be willing to trade away veterans who can contribute to winning. And you have to be willing to prolong the process in order to get max returns. But be under no illusions. Losing is hard on everyone.
And Doris, the Raptors, it would seem further ahead defensively than they are at the offensive end.
Kevin, it's an organization that historically looks for size. They have a lot of length and athleticism. The ability to force turnovers and be disruptive is something they identify, and then they want to push in transition. They're actually an entertaining group.
And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent, it's also about timing.
Here's Mikhailuk. Scoreless thus far. The shot by Harkless, no good.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. Here's Walter. Raptors moving the ball around. Dick off the mark there with the three-point shot. Utah leading. Filipowski passes to Harkless. Back to Filipowski. Lets the three fly. Hinson's shot is off. Here's Walter, defended by Harkless. And the Raptors miss again. Here's Mikhailuk. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A good, close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Jazz lead by 1. From Delta Center, back in a moment. And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
So for Toronto right now, Emmanuel quickly out there with Walter. Then there's Dick, and it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the power forward. Hinson's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Down low, Murray bowls, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top floor generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow, if we're talking traditional point guards, I mean, I gotta go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
This is why perimeter defense is so critical. Everyone has a three they can drop on you.
Quickly with it. He's got 5. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Mamu Kelishvili has got 5. Jazz trail by 3. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Mikhailuk, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Well, ball movement is something that Kevin Love has concentrated on. He puts a lot of stock in his ability to make guys around him better.
Now, here's quickly. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. They get it back.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Astor quickly. Here's Walter. Still without a basket. Here's Murray Boyle. Dick wide open. A three-pointer, no good. Now Harkless. Ball stolen. It's Dick on the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Dick's got the lead up to 4 now for Toronto.
And whenever Dick is getting a pass, if he has any chance to get off a clean jumper, you know it's going up.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The Raptors making a switch here. Battles checked in. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
to Bailey. Here's Collier. Shot clock at 6. Fires from way outside. A rebound by Battle.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
The funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
Here's Murray Boyle. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Utah with the rebound.
Boy, that's the kind of contest you need to force the miss.
To the inside. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Williams.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Walter. Still yet to score. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Mamu Kelishvili has got the lead back up to 4 now for the Raptors. Outside Williams. Pass to Collier. Nice ball movement by Utah. It's a pick by Love. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Off target with his 3. Raptors leading by 4. Now, here's Quickly. From the arc. Conchar pulls it in.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Pass to Collier. And here's Love. With the fadeaway. The shot comes out. Toronto, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Here's Murray Boyle. Off target from three-point range. Jazz trail by 4. Love with the screen for Bailey. Deflects the pass. Conchar. It's deflected. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. He has 7. Pass to Quickly. Driving inside. And he banks in the layup. Quickly's got 7 points.
That's about activity, determination, Quickly finishing strong.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Kyle Filipowski's checked in for Utah. And Toronto making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
And now that we have a chance, let's show you the NBA's top thieves. This is the list of this month's steals leaders. You look at Conchar, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Here's Collier. Pass to Williams. Here's Collier. The Jazz with another miss.
If he's got that much space, he's got the green light. He just doesn't make it.
So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, that's tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
Here's Bailey. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Here's the screen. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Pass to Bailey. Puts up a 3. Here's Filipowski. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Now Barrett, scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark right now. He's averaging about 19 points a game. That's tipped. Here's Conchar, covered by Barnes. Pass to Bailey. Williams for three. Toronto grabs the miss. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, and we saw that in their scoring more than anything else. He's been a marksman this period. Their shot mechanics finally in sync.
Pass to Collier. Now here's Williams. Now Bailey on the wing. Williams. And it's slammed in by Williams.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Ingram outside. Back to Quickly. Quickly setting the pick for Barnes. Ingram outside. Inside. The kick out to Barnes. Shoots the three. Rebounded by Bailey. Jazz trail by 7. Here's Collier. Great crossover to get free. Collier's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
And timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Making a change here. Sensabaugh is checked in. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Toronto. Walter comes in for Quickly. And here is Barnes. A 14-point game for him in the win against Detroit.
And his passing was simply amazing. A lot of fun to watch.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
Pass to Collier. Utah moving it around. Here's Sensabaugh. Over in the corner, Williams. Ring shot on the way. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Ingram's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Boy, this guy has not had a great night, and it really has weighed the entire team down.
Here's Walter. Nothing on the board. Poeltl, the pass to Barrett. 4 on the clock. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. To the middle. Pass to Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, guys. R.J. Barrett, the son of a pro hoops player. He said, quote, as a youngster, my dad programmed me to be aggressive. He always told me, go to the rim, live in the paint. When you do that, you not only score, but you force the whole defense to collapse, and you can make easy plays to hit shooters. Back to you, Kevin.
Playing with purpose. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Here's Collier. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Collier. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Now, here's Barrett. Defense is right there, and that one, good.
This guy's such an instinctive scorer. R.J. Barrett goes to the floater game.
Here's Collier. He has 7. 52 seconds left in the first half of the game. Bailey misses. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Pass to Ingram. Rebound by the Jazz. Bailey's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now here's Williams. Tight defense on him. Here's Collier. Now here's Williams. Takes a 3. And that one released in time, but no good. Brandon Ingram. He's been the guy making things happen for Toronto. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Well, I think for the Raptors, they've come up a little short of expectations. The talent is unquestioned, but their focus has been wavering. The consistency just hasn't been there. That said, I sure wouldn't want to meet them in the playoffs, though.
And what about Brandon Ingram, fellas? We've seen some good stuff from him in this game.
Brandon Ingram is a special talent offensively. He's showing that tonight. This dude is capable of scoring on all 3 levels.
He's still so young, though, man. Hasn't even hit his prime. The best is yet to come for B.I.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but, boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Toronto leading by 7. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Williams. Then it's Collier. Then there's Bailey. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Ingram passes to Quickly. Goes up from the top of the key. Rebound, Utah. Filipowski's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Bailey passes to Williams. Now Filipowski quickly covering. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
Just doing what he can. He's competing. He's converting.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
Pirtle. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
You love to see him powering through the contact to get the bucket and one. Pirtle with a show of some strength.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
The line for 1.
Connected to the game. Of course, that's one way to describe Jakob Pirtle.
Well, Pirtle is an exceptional screener. He loves to hit the glass. He's a very physical player. He's everything you want in a big.
Here's Bailey. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Collier. The tray. The shot, no good. Quickly with it. 7 points in the game. Barnes outside. Cans the shot with nobody near him. And it's a 10-point Toronto lead.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
minutes gone in this third quarter now. Barrett for three. Rebounded by the Jazz. And it's Bailey in the corner. And that one drops for him. Bailey's got 9. Raptors leading by 8. Ingram outside. Back to quickly. Outside Barrett. Bertle sets the pick for Barrett. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Now here is Bertle, defended by Filipowski. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
First personal foul, second team foul.
And when it comes to R.J. Barrett, what do you think, Doris, about his development?
Well, we know he's got a scorer's mindset, and he's excellent off the dribble. The key for his growth is just he's got to become a consistent shot maker from deep.
And another of these young, talented players out of Canada, R.J. Barrett, is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attack wing who loves to get downhill.
Here's Sensabaugh. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Williams, that's a two-pointer. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Quickly the pass to Barrett. No good with the triple.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Pass to Collier. Over to the left wing. Bailey with a wide open look. The Jazz with another miss. Toronto leading by 11. Now, quickly. 7 points in the game. And again, Toronto no luck.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it. Boy, easy pickings from that distance. More of that, please.
Barnes outside. Pass to Ingram. Fires the three. Rebound by Williams.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Collier. 9 points in the game so far. To the paint. Here's Filipowski. And good off the lead pass that time. Filipowski's got 17.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Quickly setting the pick for Barrett. Pass to Bertle. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, Barrett. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Here's Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Drops in the layup for 2. Sensabaugh's got his 3rd basket of the night.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And here is Bertle. 7 points in the game. Here's Barrett. Drilled from 11 feet out. 14 points for R.J. Barrett.
R.J. Barrett has size, quickness, and a knack for scoring the basketball.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
Second personal foul, first team foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Raptors leading by 7. Pass to Murray Boyle. Now, here's Barrett. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Boy, he is just doing it all right now, and the more the ball goes through the net, the more his confidence grows.
Raptors have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. And the free throw, no good.
I think one of the things I most admire about R.J. Barrett's game, he can do a little bit of everything. He can score it, board it, pass it at a high level. This young man can play the game.
And the basket by Bailey.
Well, you give him that much space, he's going to look like an elite shooter.
And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Here's Murray Boyle. Here's Barrett. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Sensabaugh. 6 points for him. Pass to Collier. This one for 3. They get it back. Toronto's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And that one's good, Barnes.
R.J. Barrett with excellent vision. And it's not just the vision, it's the ability to put it on time and on target. Nicely done.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Now, Filipowski. Now, Bailey. And the layup's good off the glass. Bailey's got 7 points here in this quarter. Toronto leading by 6. Now, here's Quickly. He's got 7. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Ingram's got 15 points.
And this is Ingram's bread and butter, a terrific mid-range shooter who looks to score from there often.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
All right, fans, I want everyone here in the arena to get up on their seats and make some noise for your...
Concho's checked in for Collier. The Raptors also with a sub. Walter, he's checked in for Barrett. Jazz trail by 8. Pass to Bailey. Conchar with it. He's got 8. From downtown, and the basket by Bailey. Bailey's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Jazz.
This guy's been impressive this quarter, putting his team on his back.
Barnes outside. Ingram outside. The 3. Utah with the rebound. Bailey's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Sensabaugh. Now Filipowski. 6 on the shot clock. Now Bailey. Shoots over Walter. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Barnes has got his 4th rebound in this one. And here is Quickly. Back to Barnes. It's good again, and the next one 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Guys, you can tell Scotty Barnes is locked in on the offensive end, and now he's found a rhythm, and there is no backing down.
Here's Sensabaugh. Quickly covering. Here's Bailey. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Walter. Back to Barnes. Ingram left side. Count it. Ingram's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Now Bailey. Here's Conchar. Down low. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Bailey. 19 points for Ace Bailey. Pass to Walter. Back to Quickly. Takes the 3. Utah with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Bailey. The 3. And it's Ingram with the rebound. A drive by Barnes. He gets it in there. Barnes has got 17.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Some changes for Toronto. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in, and Dick subbed in for Ingram. And there's a minute 45 left in the third. Here's McKyler. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Pass to Love. Jacks up a 3. Alter pulls it in.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Inside. Here's Murray Boyle. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Jazz trail by 9. Here's McKyler. It's a pick by Love. It's up a 3. Drills it from outside. Love's got himself on the board with 3 there.
There's a certain rhythm and pace to the way Kevin Love plays the game. He knows when to spot up off the pass.
Dick. Again, Toronto. Here's McKyler. Pass to Love. Here's Collier. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's McKyler. Toronto grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That will be their second of 6 road games for the team. Pass to Dick. And the 3 off target. Here's McKyler. Love the pass to Collier. Back to Love. Peter's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. They've got Brady Dick. Walter out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the power forward.
Well, not a whole lot the defense can do in that instance. That's the polish of Kevin Love's interior game.
Now, here's Quickly. Not a lot of room. Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Dick can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
Now Conchar. There's the three. Can't hit that one. Raptors leading by 4. And it's quickly in the corner. It's Dick on the wing. Here's the screen. Lets it go with the 3. Drills the three-pointer.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
Pass to Collier. Back to Love. Shoots it up. And again, it's Utah.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Here's Mamu Kalashvili. Here's Dick. And it's off from three-point range. Jazz trail by 5. Hinson, the pass to Collins. Pass to Love. He can't get it to go. And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors.
Well, that's the unselfish play right there. They are very comfortable letting quickly run the offense.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. To the inside. Stolen by Quickly. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Walter can't get it to go. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Love with the screen on Quickly. Now here's Love. He's guarded closely. Just 4 to shoot. Collier. That ball. Great assist by Love.
Boy, that's his second 3. First of this half, though.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He knows every possession is critical now. Kyle Filipowski's checked in for the Jazz. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto. Brandon Ingram comes in for Dick. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He dug into his team for being too complacent on offense, saying, you're just chucking up the first 3 you see out there. Be more patient on offense, move the ball around, make the defense work. Guys, let's see if ball movement improves out there.
Thank you once again, Allie. Here's Walter. And here's Quickly for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Raptors lead by 7.
Absolutely no hesitation from Quickly on the range shot right there. What confidence.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier. Here's Conchar. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Quickly. Toronto leading by 7. Intercepted. Conchar on the wing. Sinks the triple.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Yeah, when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Toronto, Murray Williams. At the line for 1.
Jazz trail by 7. Pass to Bailey. Here's Collier, quickly covering. Over in the corner, Williams. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Ingram's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Now, quickly. Ingram outside. Here's Walter. 5 to shoot. Pass to Quickly. Shot from free throw range. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Quickly's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Collier from past the arc. And it's slammed in by Williams.
How about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Here's Quickly, following the bucket by the Jazz. Pass to Barnes. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, you love the commitment from Scotty Barnes. Made his decision, makes the contact, and the end one.
Doris, nowadays, we see lots of high school transfers amongst elite players. One example, Scotty Barnes.
No, exactly, Kevin. This young man attended 3 different high schools, and I think what each guy is trying to do is raise the level of competition.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in, and Barrett subbed in for Walter. In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere.
They set the pick. Williams outside. Again, the miss by Williams.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Quickly finds Barnes. This one for 3. And Emmanuel Quickly hits from deep. Quickly's got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
Spacing the floor. That's his 3rd triple of the game and his 2nd in this half.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now, Quickly. Amu Kelishvili passes to Barrett. Rebound, Utah.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Bailey misses. Toronto leading by 13. Amu Kelishvili passes to Quickly. Now, here's Barrett. 3-pointers off the mark.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
Another miss by Utah. And so Quickly will bring it up for the Raptors. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Filipowski. Now Bailey. Here's Collier. And they get it back. To halt the run, and the layup is good. Collier's got 5 points now this quarter.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Barnes outside. Back to Quickly. Launches it. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. And the Raptors lead by 16.
This guy has absolutely owned this quarter. This is how you lead by example.
Outside Williams puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Ingram's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Pass to Barnes. And he uses the glass on the layup. 24 points for Scotty Barnes.
It's problematic for the defense because Scotty Barnes has been allowed to catch his rhythm, and his game is really flowing right now.
To the middle. And it's Bailey that time, the assist by Williams. Williams has got assist number 5 here tonight. Raptors leading by 16. It's Ingram on the wing. Good!
And this is what you want more of. Ingram has to keep being aggressive like this.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. It's time now to present our player of the game, Scotty Barnes.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Jazz trail by 18. Outside Williams. Here's Collier. Now Filipowski. Here's Collier. And he banks the layup in.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Now Pirtle. Rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
I think this guy's a threat to throw it down every time Pirtle gets his hands on the ball. This guy has tremendous size and takes advantage.
Here's Sensabaugh.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the game. Here's Collier. Fires the 3. It's good!
Listen, he's carrying his own weight, there's no doubt, but it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
Now Williams, and stolen by Barnes. And here is Quickly. And that one is good.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Raptors.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Barnes.
Boy, he makes it look easy, almost like he was just hanging out in the gym practicing today. That's how good it was.
Now here's Barnes. Ingram wide open, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Here's Collier. They set the pick. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Well, for the Raptors, they can just run out the clock. Now here's Ingram. So Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan.